to another episode of Where Have You Been? I'm your host, Brittany, and as always, we're going to be sitting down with a few of our local creatives in the Perth entertainment scene. We're going to have a chat about their awesome experiences in the business. Then we'll ask them to lay out some advice for some up-and-coming creators, so keep an eye for that. We're also going to play a few games here and there throughout the show, and on a Where Have You Been exclusive, we're also going to see each of them put on a show for us. So, without further ado, welcome to Sam Lloyd and Tim Reed of the local band Ivy Dream. Come on. Hi guys. Hello. Thanks for coming.
Howdy.
Hello. Thanks for coming along today.
Thanks for having us.
My pleasure. Being a local band, we are so excited to see what you guys are going to do for us today, but we also want to ask you a few questions and get to know what really helped you out getting started in the industry. So, you ready for some questions?
Let's do it.
I'm going to pick your brains. First question, how did you form your band?
Well, it started off as a uni project because we all went to uni and stuff together. And so, we sort of all got together as part of this assignment, sort of lumped into a group with each other, and then just conveniently it worked out that we actually enjoyed like playing music together, and we didn't mind each other's company either.
Yeah,
So,
Always handy.
Yeah,
Didn't hate each other.
Yeah, exactly. And then sort of once the uni project was finished, it sort of just stuck around really for us.
Because we were all sort of like looking to have like an outfit to play with, but we were all sort of just searching around, and then that happened, so we took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. It was really convenient that it sort of just fell into our lap in that sense, because I know it's a bit hard to meet people who all have like that similar interest in the same sort of style of music and stuff as well, and then tracking down like vocalists versus drummers and stuff as well. So it really worked out for us that it sort of fell into our lap.
Amazing. Well, I've had a listen to a fair few of your tracks, and you guys are really amazing. So great work in finding some like-minded people. So what kind of gigs do you guys play at? Do you have a favourite type of gig to play?
We've played mostly pub venues, but our first gig was very strange. It was a charity event at someone's house. It was originally going to be in the backyard, but it was raining really badly that day, so they moved it indoors, and it was really strange. There was an absolutely tiny stage because obviously it was a living room, but like the atmosphere and like the energy of it and all the decorations and stuff they had actually ended up being really cool. Yeah. So I think that's probably the most memorable gig that we've had. But I mean, we love playing big rooms and like especially playing at a couple venues that we'd been to see bands as well, and then being on the other side of that was also just a really cool experience when we were sort of coming up.
That's so great. Have you met any of those bands that you really admired through the years?
I have. I sort of was following Spacey Jane when they were coming up, and so I sort of knew them vaguely just through seeing their shows.
Yeah.
And there was a couple more of my friends that had sort of played alongside them when they were starting out, and I saw them last time they played at the Rosemount, and we all caught up, and that was just before we actually played there, which was really cool.
So good. What a great way to transition into, your field and into a great venue to play at as well.
Yeah, it was good fun.
We're going to play a game. You ready?
Boy. Oh boy.
So before we introduce our next guest, we're going to play a game. So we're going to play a short round of a game called 3 Things in 5 Seconds.
Oh God.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to ask you to name 3 things, like 3 types of guitars or something like that, and you'll have 5 seconds to think of 3 things in that category. Once you've named the 3 things, hit the buzzer. If you don't get there in time, you don't get the point.
All right.
You ready? All right. So, Sam, you can go first.
Yes.
Name 3 of the best music genres. Go.
Pop punk, indie rock, post-hardcore.
Loves it.
That was fantastic.
Loves it.
All right, Tim.
All right.
Are you ready to compete with that? That
I've
was
got big
pretty
shoes to
great.
fill in this one.
All right. Name 3 of the worst music genres. Go.
Clowncore, gent, and Kids Rock. I just hate it on the
Look,
Wiggles, man. How do I do that?
I don't know if we can give you a point for that. All right, Sam, name 3 things that you do on stage.
Sweat, swear, and play guitar.
Look, I'll give you that. 2 points. Okay, Tim, give us 3 things that you should never do on stage.
Oh God,
Sweat,
cry, sweat, play guitar like Sam.
It is true. It is true.
Oh, wow. Okay. I think... All right,
Sorry,
we're going
bud.
to do one for both of you. Whoever can name 3 things first gets the point. Are you ready? So, 3 types of places you would play a gig.
The
Beach
Enmore.
bar, theatre.
Did you name 2? What?
Beach bar, theatre. Beach.
I thought you meant that was one
It's
thing.
like actual places.
All right.
Rooms.
Well, then congratulations. It was a tie.
Yeah.
Well
I
done.
said the Enmore.
All right. So, okay, we're going to welcome another guest onto the show now. We have a fantastic stand-up comedian and a radio host from right here in Perth. So please join me in welcoming Simone Springer.
So I just, am I oh wait, you guys are in a band?
Gross. Like,
That's fair.
That's fair.
hey Simone.
Hi, how you going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So, we are so excited that you're here and we're hoping to grill you with some questions like we did with these 2.
Sure thing.
So, a bit about what it's like to work in the entertainment scene, especially in something as amazing as stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it's lots of fun for a start, but if anybody wants to try it, the biggest thing is like just keep doing it.
Yeah.
So you can only get better by doing it over and over again.
awesome.
But if you really suck, don't get me wrong, after like a year, you know what, maybe you just give it up. Yeah, there's also that.
Cool, that's all we have time for. Thanks. No, I'm kidding. So, how did you first get involved in stand-up?
It was just one of those things. I had trouble sleeping for a while, and every night I was listening to stand-up comedy to go to sleep. And at some point, I think I just brainwashed myself into thinking that I could do it. And I did it the first time. I was only ever going to do it twice. And then, one of the local guys, Cameron McLaren, thank you, Cam, said to me, like, you know, when's your next gig? And I was like, I'm never doing this again. And he was like, no, you're really good, keep going. So, like, coming from him, I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it one more time. And now, like, 3 years later, I'm doing it full time. So
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah.
So, we know that, or you've spoken a bit about how motherhood is included in your material.
Yep, it
So-
certainly is.
How does that help you? Do you find it harder to talk about it being mother? Or?
Most of the stuff on motherhood is like the things that mums think but don't say. I'm actually part of a comedy group called the Motherhood Comedy. It's myself and 3 other mums, and we have shows and we do them all around Perth. We're doing Adelaide Fringe as well this year. And yeah, I mean, it's I guess it ties into single mum stuff as well. So
Yeah.
I'm like the single mum, if you will. And so I have a good balance, I feel. So I get to be relatable with all of you.
Oh, lovely.
Yay!
Do you know what it's like to be a single mum?
A little bit of experience, yeah. Not enough to do stand-up comedy on it.
Okay. So, one big question that I have for all of you is what simple advice or what advice would you give to someone, whether it's in the music industry, in comedy, if they're wanting to get started in Perth and someone's wanting to kind of break into the industry, what would you say to someone?
Well, with comedy, I would say you just hit up an open mic. It's actually really easy to get on an open mic these days. Like there's quite a few in Perth. So just look them up online, go and do it. Like a lot of people think about it and they overthink and rewrite, and it's like, dude, until you stand up and actually say it, you don't know if it's going to be funny to anyone else. So
Definitely.
you just have to try it. And the biggest thing is just keep working at it. So whatever works, keep that, get rid of the rest, and just keep churning out material until you get some tight stuff.
Yeah,
It's the same sort of thing for music.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like, yeah, you sort of just get out there and I mean, it's the same with comedy, I guess. Just test your material on your audience. Figure out what works, what doesn't, what people react well to, and then that's what it is. But if you never get in front of an audience, you never know. So get out there.
Yeah, if you say you're having a good time, and everyone's like, probably
maybe
try
you're right.
to write some new songs. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us and hanging out. We're going to take a quick break to set up a few more games. But we'll be right back, so don't go anywhere. Hey, and welcome back, guys. So we're going to play another little game here, and we like to call it, hey, what did you just say? So here's how the game works. One of you at a time, obviously, are going to put on these headphones, and we've got some lovely music in here to listen to, while the next person over will have a phrase written on the back of these cards that they have to say to you out loud. The person wearing the headphones has to try and figure out what the phrase is that is being said to them. Can you lip read?
No.
Yeah, sure.
So
I'm not allowed to blow my cover and tell you that. Answer that question.
you get 3 tries to guess correctly, and then if you can't, then you don't get the point.
Oof.
Let's do it.
Oof.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's give it a crack.
All right. Okay, I've got the phrases here, but I don't want to pass them to the wrong person at the wrong time. So let's start here. Oh, geez, Louise. Sam, would you like to go first? You've got to have the headphones plugged in, otherwise it's cheating. Here we go. We're going to give you these pretty headphones there. You can pick some tunes.
What do they got?
Just
Oh, here we go.
Tim,
We got some Foo Fighters. Lovely.
Tim, you're going to say the first
I have to really try
phrase.
this so I can't hear you.
And it's nice and loud. So you can.
I'm white girl wasted.
You can
Yeah, boy.
Did I get
Is that actually it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Point
I
to
pause this?
Sam. Amazing. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Okay.
Easy.
Tim, do you want to pop the headphones on?
Yeah,
And
let's have a
Simone,
go.
we're going to give you a phrase.
Sure.
You can say the phrase out loud so we can hear it if you want. But you don't have to, I'm going to let you do your thing.
Okay.
And when Tim, give us a thumbs up. You got music playing? Hey, Simone's your person.
You can handle the truth. You can't handle the
Oh,
truth.
you can't handle the truth. Yeah, I love that one.
Nice.
What is this? Do you guys all practice beforehand or like?
We're actually
Now
all
I'll get
part
it
of a
All right.
CIA
Okay,
team.
a last one. All right, Simone. Sam, you're going to read for Simone.
Oh, what?
Oh.
All right. She sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Now that
What even is this game?
We were all anticipating to like
Great
not
at
be
this.
good.
All right, well, that was a draw, so nice work, guys.
Nice.
I think that definitely could have gone a lot worse than it did. Right now, we're going to give our guests a little break so that we can treat our audiences at home to a very special bit of stand-up of a performance from our lovely Simone here. So sit back, relax, and we'll show you what she's all about.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, Simone Springer!
Hey, how you going, guys? You good? I'm really good. I actually, I just came back from overseas, and I went without my kids. I found out something really important. Motherhood is a lot like riding a bike. I can't be doing either. And, do any of you never want to have children? Anyone who doesn't want to have kids? A few of you? See, as hard as it is, I feel genuinely sorry for you because you'll never understand the joy, of loving a child and getting to leave them to go on holidays. It's frickin' mint. No, are any of you parents? Or anyone just, parents of ADD kids? Or anyone just have ADD? Guys, this has nothing to do with comedy. I just want to know who to hit up for Dexies later. I've found my guy. No, my son actually has ADD. He's on this medication, right, that's called Strattera, which is a slow-release drug. So it took about a month before I started to feel anything. It hasn't helped him at all, but at least now I can keep up with him. But I am actually a single mum. I got really tired of constantly dealing with skid marks. So I got divorced. Anyone divorced in? Always the happiest people in the room. Now guys, so I'm single. I'm actually single for the first time in 17 years. Thank you, that was encouraging. 17 years, so obviously I was dating as a toddler. And when you haven't been single for a while, people like to call you fresh meat, like you're fresh on the market. I don't think that term applies to me anymore. I kind of feel more like, the meat that goes on sale at the supermarket? Because it's getting close to the expiry date. Don't get me wrong, you'll still buy it, it's a bargain. But when you get it home, you're always like you have to sniff it to make sure it's still all right. I think I'm that meat. But no, so I haven't started dating. I kind of feel like dating's like going on a job interview, but for a job that I don't want. But I was briefly dating a guy who was a tradie. Any tradies in? One tradie? Okay, you might understand. Okay, so it turns out tradies, they actually have sex exactly the same way they work. Because this guy took forever to come. He never finished the job. And he said he'd be back tomorrow. He wasn't. It's better than the plumber, though. The plumber was 5 hours late. By the time he got there, I was like, sorry, mate, too late. Job's already been done by somebody else. Me. The job was done by me. So I've got my first lot of unsolicited dick pics, which, as gross as it was, it's got me thinking, do you guys think it's a coincidence that an erect penis has exactly the same colour palette and constitution as an angry newborn? You're just kind of screaming so hard for what it wants, it kind of cuts off the blood supply to its head. And when it finally realises it's not going to get what it wants, it just goes to sleep. Pink, flaccid, drooling a little. So I'm going to share with you guys my favourite dick pics, because who could choose just one? One guy, he sent me a picture saying, how would you like to have this in your mouth? I was like, sorry, I'm vegan. Another guy said, do you like what you see? And honestly, my phone wouldn't zoom in that far. And the last guy, he sent me the picture, right? The angry newborn with the tagline saying, your turn. And I was like, my turn? For a dick pic? Sorry, mate, I don't have one. But sorry, I don't have one. Guy didn't stop there. He persevered. He's like, I'm sure you can think of something. So I did. I sent him a picture and he was like, what is that? I said, that's my asshole. He said, no, it's not. It's a picture of a kid. And I was like, yeah, that's my asshole. And that's my time, guys. Thank you.
That was so awesome, Simone.
Thank you.
Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, that was good.
Had a solid laugh.
Your favourite was all about the dick pics.
Yeah. That was a good bit.
Oh, well done. All right, we're going to keep the ball rolling. We're going to just play more games because you guys are so good at them. So we are going to jump into our last game of the show. You may have seen this one before, but it's time to play Spill the Beans. So this is our real coffee-related game of the show. So I hope you guys like coffee beans.
He doesn't, I do.
Alright.
I'll eat on his behalf if he chucks a hissy
I need
fit.
you to stand in for me. I've got
Good
this.
man.
Alright.
Brave enough.
We'll sort it. It's all right. Here's how it's going to go down. I have got a bunch of questions in this bowl. I'm going to pull one out. I'm going to read the question, and your choice is to either spill the beans and tell us the truth to answer the question. But if you don't want to share that information, that's fine. But you're going to have to chow down some coffee beans.
Oh my God.
So, sound
Nice
simple
light
enough?
roast.
We good?
Yeah,
we're good.
lovely.
Everyone got it? All right. Trust me, the questions aren't that bad. So let's go. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I hope it's a good question. All right. Question number 1. Tell us the most embarrassing nickname you've ever had or ever given to someone else.
Ooh. Embarrassing nickname that I've ever had.
Yeah. Do you have one, Simone?
Yeah, I have one. I call my ex on stage Amian, but mainly because he's missing a big D.
Oh, that was stone cold.
Wow.
Oh man.
Solid.
It's all right. He's heard the joke. He likes it. It's all fun.
All right.
I gave a nickname to my friend that he hates to this day. I started calling him Chad. His name's Lockie.
Just kind of went
I
with
just started
Chad.
calling him Chad, and I would always just do it in an American accent. I'd be like, "Yo, what up, Chad?" And that was just a thing, and he just still hates it to this day.
Hates
and
it.
I called him that so much that someone actually asked me, "What's Chad's real name?" They only knew him as Chad, so.
I only knew him as Chad,
Yeah.
the Chad. Do you have one?
Yeah, my one of my best mates when we were in high school, he's a bit of a larger kid, and we nicknamed him Yogurt.
Yogurt.
Yeah, because yogurts come in tubs.
Oh.
All right. Okay, all right. Read your last text message out loud.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
wait, let me look what it is.
That's definitely a band.
I don't have it. Oh, I don't have my phone on
I
me.
really don't want it.
Or I would.
Let's have a look.
I know what my last text message is and I'm not reading it out.
Eat a coffee bean. Simone, have you got it?
I don't have my phone on me.
Do you know what it was?
Good luck.
It probably would have been like, "I'll see you in 5" to John.
I'll take that.
Last one I received or last one I sent?
I'll let you choose.
Last one I sent was, "I was pickled."
All right. All right. You can avoid. How's that coffee bean going down,
Absolutely
Sam?
disgusting. And I've got chewing gum as well, so it's like mixing in with it.
Oh, lovely.
Tasty. All right. Mint coffee. Love it.
It's not even mint, it's tropical chewing gum.
All right. No, I don't want to. Hang on. I want to get a good one.
Put a
I
shot
mean,
of
they're all good,
espresso
but
in your pina colada.
hang on. This is just.
Oh my god, that was bad.
Okay. You need to look right into one of the cameras, so we'll get our wonderful crew to let us know which camera.
Lovely.
Give us your best bedroom eyes and pickup line.
Oh,
This is your
God.
camera here. Have
Oh,
a think.
God.
Okay.
Who's gonna lead?
Who's going to go first? Who's got their bedroom eyes and pickup lines ready?
I'm trying to think of a pickup line.
Simone, have you got one?
Oh, here we go. All right,
All
I've
right.
got one.
Oh, here we go, Tim.
I've got one.
Into this camera here.
This guy? Girl, did you forget your smart rider? Because you've got fine written all over you.
Have you ever used that?
Yeah.
Has it worked?
Oh no!
I actually got a conversation out of it. Didn't really go
She's
anywhere
like, you
though.
are the worst.
All right. Who's ready to follow that?
I don't want to say it wrong. I feel like I'm going to say it wrong, but honey, are you stressed? Because you look like you're stuck between a rock and my dick.
So that would be
It's
stressful.
between the
pretty
lines.
stressful.
All right, Sam, come
right.
on.
Look, it may look like a sewing needle, but it goes like a sewing machine.
Yeah,
Oh
nice.
my goodness. Yeah, well done. I don't think anyone has to eat a coffee bean for that one. All right. I don't know if we have time for one more. Have we got time for one more? We've got time for one more. All right. Oh my goodness. This is funny because we were talking about this earlier. Recount the most embarrassing date experience you've ever had.
Oh, embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
Oh man.
I mean, if you use those pickup lines, I don't know what could go wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely went out on a date and. Oh, actually, I don't know if I want to tell this story.
Do we just cop it and all eat a bean?
No, I'm not eating another bean. There's
Not
no
eating
way.
another bean.
No. I somehow managed to like pee down my leg, and then like I had a strong look in the mirror and was like, how do I recover from this? And I don't know how, but yeah, I just sat back down and just.
Awesome. Well,
Nice.
you two are saved from having to tell your embarrassing story because we've run out of time.
Oh.
All right, guys. So
Destroyed.
before we go, we're going to show you, you guys at home, one last thing. It's an exclusive performance from the wonderful Ivy Dream, if Thea can recover from that. Filmed right here in our studio, so we hope you enjoy it, guys.
Take me down to the ocean. I don't think I will forget. Cast me into the tides, these sins you can never repent. No, I don't know if I'm lying, if you've ever been true. Meet me down by the ocean, I will always regret you. Oh, girl, you can tell your stories and act like you weren't the one to blame. But we both know you were leading me on. I was always stuck playing your game. Did you know how it broke me? Did you know how I cared? All alone in a dark room, waiting for your reply. Take me down to the ocean, I don't think I will forget. Cast me into the tides, these sins you can never repent. No, I don't know if I'm lying, if you've ever been true. Meet me down by the ocean, I will always regret you.